Who's on? Who's on first? Who's on second? Boy, Sandra, how are you? Charity, always nice to see your pleasant face. Uh, I'm a little under the weather still. Man, I got shingles. This is, I think what shingles is, God, what is it? I guess like uh, chicken pox for old farts. So that's what this is. And oh God, I mean, this too will pass, but it's just annoying. And it dials down my uh, output level, but not a whole lot, maybe 20, 30% down. So it forces me to stop. Otherwise, I'd never turn it down. Yep. I just enjoy doing this so much. But I came into an interesting thing is that, gosh, somebody, a member, and really on Let's Go Help too. I see there's most of the scammers have been in Facebook, and that's why we got on. We also put up Let's Go Help too, because it's really harder for scammers to get in there, and so we certainly have a lot less, but still some are able to sneak in there. Now here's the latest one. They're reading, apparently they're able to get our winners list. So like every 10, 15 days, we have a new list of grant winners. So who win our grants, that's ours, not the government grants. We show you how to get government grants, but we also give our own grants, okay? And that's what this is. And people charge thousands, hundreds of dollars for helping you to get grants and whatever. And we only charge $20. And what shocks me is that we're profitable, charging people only $7, $10, $20. And I want to be the $20 guy. I don't want to be the $200 guy, $500 guy, $1,000 guy. I used to charge that kind of money for this stuff because people will pay it. But I don't want to help rich people. There's too many people that need this. Rich people don't need more money. The people who don't have it need it. So that's my mission, and for the rest of my life. And so what's happening now? We're starting to make money on that, and what we're doing is giving the profits back to members. So now we have 3 grants. We give a $60,000 grant that's due on the 4th of the month. So every 4th of the month, so you have actually 2-3 more days to apply to our, what month is this? May? No, that's over. June 4th grant. So you can apply to that. And apply it to that. And then usually within about 2 weeks after that, we announce the winners. Okay, now we also have another grant that we have now. It's called the car repair grant. We give out $500 to, let's see, we're giving, I think, $7,500 to members who need help with car repair. Okay, and so that's another grant. Then we have another grant with 20 or 25 free laptop computers that we give to members, and you just sign up for that, and it's a lottery. How many? So how many come? And then we choose 20 people in like a lottery basis, and we send you a free computer, a brand new computer that you get, and you see the reports of people coming back and showing their computers and everything, and that's great to me, because there's so many scammers out there that think that people I've fallen for scams all my life too, and these people are smarter than I'll ever be on how to get your name and what to say and things like that to push your buttons. So those 3 grants, the deadlines are the 4th of the month, the 20th of the month, and the 30th of the month. Now, when I forget stuff, now I could blame it on my chicken pox or the whatever that thing I have now. But I can't. That's just old fart with little holes in the back of my head where stuff falls out. And that's interesting to watch and live through. So we have those 3 grants. But more importantly, don't forget, what we really want to get you to do is and help you, and that's what our service is help you, all the steps of the way to help you get government grants. That's what, we only give up to $1,000. But by the way, we're going to give $500,000 this year. I mean, that's about what we're giving now. And this is like our 2nd year of doing this, $500,000. Man, we're only a couple people. We're a small company. And I was just reading, I think it's Verizon is giving like $1 million in grants to small businesses in the brain. God, Verizon is $250 billion company, and they're bragging they're giving away $1 million. We're giving away $500,000. We're peanuts. We're nobody. We're a crumb or pocket change that falls in the back of the cushions in your couch. Yeah. These big companies that say, yeah, we're for you. All we think about is you. That's just bullshit to get more money from you to give to investors. And that's fine. I mean, this is what capitalism is about. And I like capitalism because it shows you if what I'm doing is worthwhile. See, if I felt, oh, this is a good service to have and everybody should have it and whatever, but if nobody's going to pay for it, then how am I going to provide it? So to me, this is ideal. I mean, I could charge little enough so the people need the money can also afford the service. And instead of me thinking that they need it, they're telling me they need it. And I'm providing it to them, and they're telling me about with their $20. See, if I didn't have $20, I wouldn't know what the hell they need. Then I'd go out of business, have to think of something else. And that's what capitalism. And make sure that you're doing something that is of value. And then that is sort of a sliding scale too. Shingles. That's what the name. I was trying to remember. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Boy, I've been having like 4 or 5 days now. And so I just lost it over here on the, let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, so that's what's going on. So be careful. Any grant you get from us, and if you're a winner of our grant and somebody says it costs money, no. They said I should go to rehab, baby, and I said no. So nobody here is going to charge you money for the grant we send you, and anybody who does in anywhere else on the internet, I would just stay away from it. There may be a few people that are legitimate, and they'll send. And they'll charge you, but it's not worth it unless you're a seasoned veteran. Do not ever pay money for a grant for the application. No. If they say it's a small application fee, but particularly before you even apply, just stay away. I mean, you and I are not not old enough. Oh, you know that song, Tammy? Yeah, I mean, what a talent that lady was, and she committed suicide. You see, the people, so much talent, so much pain, inside, and they try to get it out. I think through their art, but they still live with that pain, and that is hard. And that's what I hope. Amy Winehouse, you got it. Have you seen the documentary? It's a wonderful documentary. And it is, yes, it's great. No, she is, just touches your heart, and that's what art is. It touches your heart, and that's what the problem is. Capitalism is how to touch your pocketbook, and life is better if you're touching hearts, and that's what I like now. Finally, I've always felt that. And now I'm feeling it more. And that's because of age. I'm less worried about feeding myself as I was when I was 30 or 40. So now opening your heart and telling people I love them, or to show love to people, is more important than anything else. But that's me. You can't, nobody else could tell you how to live. We all struggle so much in trying to live. It is completely wrong for anybody to tell anybody else how to live. We don't know how to live ourselves. Sure, I could share what I think is, right, and at least it's right for me. But you got to take little bits and pieces all over and put it together and see what works for you. And that's the important thing. There is, and there's no magic. Like even me, people think I'll say, well, you have to do something. That's the important thing. I could show you where that was hilarious. That was, people, I mean, and I don't have magic, I have some talent and understanding of tools that are available. The problem is the tools that are available for you to use, you may not be aware of how to use them yet. And because nobody teaches you to use this kind of system, they all teaches you something else and how the system could be. So when I give you sources to go out and solve a problem that you have, what happens is it may not work, and why? And then what do you do then? And that's why you have to know what to do when things fail, because most likely things are going to fail. And so if you think something's going to work and it doesn't, well, then you have to do something else. You have to do something more. You just can't say this is bad. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. So that's because I wanted to do this. So if you want to get something in life and use the tools that are successful to people to improve your life, and you fail at it, that doesn't mean they're not there. They're not mean, you have to learn how to use it. The world is what it is. We all want the world to be what we think it should be. Just like in our relationships, I think you should love me this way. All that kind. Well, man, you're not going to turn the grass purple. The grass is going to be green. No matter what you do, we're all organic, and it's the same with the government. We think we're going to change the government. The government shouldn't do this. Well, yeah, you're right, but it is. So you have to use it. You can pitch and moan as much as you want, but it's not going to work, and you're going to live without getting any help. Good morning from somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico. Wow. How cold is the water? Somebody, boy, they got good reception somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, that's amazing. But yeah, that's it. And so that's why I give you a source and it doesn't work. I need a question answered to no avail. Well, we have, okay. Now we set a place. We have two programs. Well, it's one program. Let's Go Help. When you pay $20, you'll never pay another nickel, unless next month. Yeah, but there'll be no extra charge or whatever. People sneak into our websites and say, "Hey, you want Let's Go to help you?" and they charge you more money, and that's absolutely bullshit. No, we don't charge any more money. But there's two ways. Here's what you do: is ask questions. Because you look around the web, it's so hard. It's like you go to Google and ask a question, you get 50 million answers. Well, our website's like that. The difference between us and Google will give you 50 million answers with people want to charge you money. All the answers you find on our websites, nobody charges you money. They give you money. And so that's a completely different story, okay? But now you have to ask questions. You got to weed through that. Okay, you can browse around through it a little bit, whatever. And particularly Let's Go Help 2 is more browsable. But even still, we have a how to ask questions there. And it shows you there's two little blocks there. If you go to the front page of Let's Go Help 2, you'll see, how to ask a question and then ask a question, okay? And that's what you do. Now, on Facebook, you start a new discussion. Now on Let's Go Help 2, I may or may not be in there. It's too overwhelming. I can't do much, and the researchers help you. But on Let's Go Help 2 for Facebook, I answer the start of most of those questions. Okay, so you can go over on Facebook and start a question, and tell me what you need. Okay, you got to pay rent. Okay, I'll send you a step-by-step video of how to apply, how to find the national rent programs, how to find the state rent programs, and how to find 57 local rent programs. Okay, you hear that? The federal program, the state program, and 57 local rent grant programs. 57? Add 2 and you got 59. And people say, well, I applied to the rent program and they said they were out of money. Of all 59 programs? Probably not. And that's it. And that's how you have to get it. And that's what happens. People don't. They'll government money, and they'll apply in one place and get it. And it's sort of like saying, well, I want to go out with a woman. Okay. Well, I'll go down and I'll ask one woman to go out and they say no. Well, see, I told you no women would go out with me. What? Well, that may be true, but you haven't asked enough to really say that yet. And that's it. Oh, you definitely need to apply that script. Okay. Well, just, on Facebook, just, start a new discussion. Tell me that. And I'll send you that link and the video's all there. And also how to tell utilities. See, there's another, there'll be probably 100 programs for utilities to help pay utilities. And people say, well, I tried one. Well, I tried two. Well, you just started. See, you just started. And it's like looking for a job and everything. I know we're all lazy. I am too. I want to find it real easy. Yes, find help, Tammy. Tammy, find help. But see, when you go to find help, that Tammy's talking about, you don't look for something. Say rent, you find help and rent with your zip code. That's where you find, 57 websites or whatever it is where you live. Now, how you use that is important. That's the most important thing. Most people look at that list. Oh, this looks like for me. Oh, maybe this will be. Okay, let me call them. And you call them and they say, no, there's no such thing here. And they say, I knew Lesko was a fucking clown. It can't be trusted, and probably true sometimes, but you can't use it that way. You have to take that list, okay, and start calling every one of those 50 programs. Takes a lot of work, right? Okay, you have something better to do to get money, do that, okay, because this is going to be work. If you don't have anything else to do to get the money, you do this. You call each and every one of those people. And when you call those people, you don't say, hey, I want to apply for this. You just call up and say, hey, I need help with rent. You don't say if you're eligible for their program or not or whatever. You're trying to not only find out what they have, but what they know about regarding rent. See, all those 50 people that are in the business of providing help for people in rent know of other programs. They know of things that are going on and helping people get rent help because that's their business. They may have been working that for 5-10 years. And so know things that they don't even know they know. And until you ask them, until you're nice, until you get them on the phone is the only way that you're going to get it. See, if you look on that website and say, that's not for me and blow it away, you're going to blow away 51 of those things that may be the gem you need. And that's what you have to put on your, your grown-up pants and start doing it. That is what life is about. That is for me, and that's what I learned it is. Sure, it may not be for everybody, and you may have another way to do it. But if you don't, man, if you don't do this, then you haven't tried everything. And that's the important thing is how do we get you to try that stuff you're not comfortable with? I'm sure my needs are unique. I need help tracking funds for ministry items like buying new Bibles, pass up. Well, actually, you remember what you do. Ask me, Reverend Coleman. It's not unique. There's bunches of mine. I have a special report just for how nonprofits can get free stuff. And as a church, you're a nonprofit, and doing that kind of work. And so ask me. You have to start a question and ask me. And go over to Facebook, facebook.com/Let's Go Help. Let's go help what? No, I know. Facebook.com groups/Let's Go Help. Special.com/groups/Let's Go Help. Okay. I'm a bit stunned you remembered me. Right. I'm a bit stunned I remember where the hell the bathroom is. I'm a bit stunned I'm alive. Yeah. And then it's just fun as hell. Mainly because I see, because of you people there are telling me I have something that is important that could help you with your life. And I think all of us that are alive, I mean, there's nothing more important to do than help somebody else. When you're telling me I got something that could help you in your life, man, This is like oil under the ground that I have to use to make sure it's used as much as possible, and to help somebody else. Yeah, because that's, why? Because I'm selfish. It feels so good to help somebody, and that's what's important. So everything I help you with, man, I'm so fucking selfish. And that's why it gives me energy, because it makes me feel so good. If I'm doing something, I mean, you're going to work in a factory all day. You can't wait till 5 o'clock. You love playing golf, and you play golf. You don't quit at 5 o'clock, man. You'll stay there till it rains, pours, snows, or whatever, and down. Right? So if you're doing something and like you love, you're gonna work like hell at it. You're doing something you love. It's like going to the dentist. You can't wait to get out of there. Yeah. And that's what's important. You want to get out of there. Or what's really important, you want to start carving a life that where you spend more and more time doing the things you love, so you can contribute more to others in life. You have to take care of yourself first. You have to deliver pizza or whatever the hell it is, to stay alive and take care of your responsibility. That's your first responsibility. So you don't work, if you don't have any money, you don't work on your dream thing first. No, you work on getting an income and getting even with life first, and then you work on your dream, because there's ways to do that without taking 100% of your time and things like that. So you create income first. Don't create $1 million first. That's going to take a long time. You don't know what the hell that really is, and you have to go fall on your ass a whole lot of times till you find that out. But that's the process, and you have to do that. So if you're working, and that's what the scammers get you, because hey, you're going to make $1 million in no time at all in this, and as long as you have $10,000, you go out and borrow $10,000 because you're going to get $1 million, and you don't, and you're now $10,000 in hole first. No, first you go out and get the income you need to sustain yourself. And there's government programs to help you do that. And there's a lot more now than ever before. That's it's amazing. Yes, because that's what the Biden program's all about. It's giving you more money to live on while you get talent, while you get skills. Don't get a degree, get these skills that give you high income jobs quickly. In a couple months, you're making a decent salary and getting out of debt and getting steady. And then you start working on your dream. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? You got a long goddamn life. What? I mean, look at 40. 40's half of me. And I have a lot of lives, they're in me. And the one right now is terrific. And maybe I have another one sneaking in there. But this is so rewarding. I think this may be, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it as hard and as much as I can until I can't do this anymore, or this crumbles and I want to do something else then. And that's what it is. You have to learn how to pick your ass up and do it again, because nothing lasts forever. I plan for failure because it's easy to plan for success. Anybody could do that. What do you do for when you fail? Because 9 out of 10 times going to fail. Like I said, I used to write books, and 9 out of 10 my books failed. So if that's what you do, you have to learn how to fail. So the main thing is ask me questions. You could do that. Well, you don't get me on Let's Go Help too, but we have a new question place, and you can ask a place and they'll tell you really want to get me is over on Facebook, because then see on Facebook, when you put a discussion in Facebook, it doesn't get opened and opened up to doesn't get approved. I approve them and answer them. Okay. So I want to do that because that's how I learn. I spend most of my day answering those questions. I could write a book on how to fail. See, we all have that. That's great. So now you're you're not afraid to fail. You can do it. You have to get your personal report updated. Yeah, I can get it updated from in case I soon. Okay. More importantly, I think, Frank, you have to get your mini grant report. That is the more grant report for where you live. Okay. So you want to get your state mini grant report, and that's on Let's Go Help too. Tammy or anybody will tell you where that is. Okay. But the Sabrina report is a different report, And that's important, but let's go up to it and make sure people get, a lot of people I've been a volunteer for. So I know a lot of members. Oh, great. Oh, yes, you certainly do. Tammy runs the place. You hear that? Tammy, she's got so much goddamn money. You want to know how to do this stuff? Right. She doesn't give up. She doesn't. I mean, she's got probably $100,000 worth of grants already for this stuff. So she is boots on the ground, and a heart of gold, and is there for everybody. Great idea. I'll follow up, Tammy. Thanks for y'all. 200. You got $200,000, Tammy? Sours. Yeah, I mean, you go back and look at least on Facebook and search for her, and you'll see pictures of the stuff she's got and the new houses and roofs and equipment stuff I never heard of. Swamp. What is something about swamps? It's fun. I mean, we all learn from Tammy, so you can too, and that's why that Tammy's more important, because she shows you how the average person, not some wild idiot like me, you can't believe me. That she's just an honest person doing this, not me, who's been studying for 50 years, and that's what's important. And also that it is available for people like Tammy, and not just for people like me or whatever. I think none should be like me. Like my Social Security money, I give it back. Most of it. I keep some of it. But I started a program on local community college called I Don't Need My Government Money program, because they give me, a couple $3,000 a month or something for Social Security. Man, I'm working. I don't need that. That's for people who can't, who don't have that option. So I don't give it back to the government. I give it back in it's a scholarship for single moms going to college. Your local community college is the best opportunity in life in America. And you don't have to go to study algebra there. You can get skills that you don't even have to open a book for, learn by experience. And even a lot of programs that will pay you to learn to get this experience, because the government needs those skills in America to keep growing America. We can't grow if people don't improve themselves and get new skills and new opportunities and create wealth for the rest of us. And that's the best thing for the community college. It's paid for by the government. You go to Google, it's going to be paid for. Somebody's going to make money off of you. Now, if you have money, that's fine. If you don't have money, please don't use Google. Please use Tammy. everyone just got to believe in yourself. It's all about pushes. Yeah, yeah. Tammy, I love you so much for doing all this and for sharing your heart since day one. And it is, I always dreamt of having a place where people loved each other, and that we care for each other and help each other instead of trying to, get the most out we can out of each other. That's why we're giving back our profits. Want to give it back to the members, because the members are showing love to us by believing that we could help them. And so if that makes us more money than we need, then we're giving it back to you because you need it. And that's what we're helping you, not only use us, but the help things. I want to teach you how to use the greatest source of free money in the world. And that's the U.S. government. There's no other country in the world that gives out more free money, an average of $14,000 per year per every person in America. Let me help you learn how to get your share. It's not easy. You're not going to make one phone call and get a check in the mail. Tammy will tell you that. We all a community here. Yeah, and it's helping each other. Encouragement is so important. Everybody, the world is full of I'm smarter than you and I'm better than you, and I know that. Nobody knows shit in this world. We're all struggling. We're all scared. Yeah. Is that Medicaid that comes with the money card real? I'm not sure what the money card is you're talking about, Kimberly, if somebody else does. But if you want to know about any kind of money, you talk to the people giving out that money. If you don't know what that is and you don't know how to find those people, then you call your elected official. because they'll give their straight answer. Trying to find the answer on Google and things like that, or on an advertisement, that's just somebody trying to sneak into your pocket, you know. And so you can't do that. Let's go. I'm here, and it doesn't mean that I'm a member. Correct. And I pay, but he's trying to make me pay $20 again. Pool of grants. And James, if you're in this, you're a member, you're paid. I don't know who's trying to get you to pay $20. I mean, we send out a lot of emails, so maybe you're on the wrong list by accident. I'm not sure, James. But here's where to check your membership, okay? Okay, let's go help here. Okay, contact there. Look there and put in your email, and they'll give you a status of your email. If you don't get a good answer there, then send Okay, so send them email Magic Mary. It sounds like you may be see, non-members. We have a mailing list, some members and non-members, and sometimes I get a we try to make sure the members aren't on the list of the emails that we send out trying to get people to join, and sometimes you're on that list by accident. So the place to make sure about your membership are those two places. Okay, guys, I'm running down a little bit on my shingles. So let me get on my way and ask me questions, particularly on facebook.com/groups/Matthew Lesko, or how to ask a question on Lesko Help here, okay? And apply for our 3 grants. Remember, we have a great weekend. Thank you, Madeline. Where you been? We have a deadline on the 4th of June. Okay. And then we come out with a list. Now, we just came out with a list of the grant winners for the car. I've been sending out $5 checks all morning. and so make sure I could send you a $5 check. Thank you, Frank. It's kind of you to have nice words. And everybody out there who is being kind and showing loving to other people. It's easy to get mad. We all do. We all get pissed off and whatever, but it doesn't create things much for other people. So I've been on with Sabrina last week and got my report, and happy for the Amber grant. Oh, great. Wonderful. Okay, now also that means your Amber grant, you're on the business, but here's what you want to do too. Okay, you want to go SBA.gov and look for local assistance. Now, when you do local assistance, then look for community navigators. These are hundreds and thousands of people all over the country that get grants to help you think through your business idea. Okay, no matter what it is, and help you find the right kinds of money and help for you. But more importantly, it's a way to bounce off ideas. We all have ideas what we think is right, but it may or may not work depending on what's out there. So this is a good place to bounce off of what's out there, what's realistic for you to do. Okay, so make sure you do that. That I have provided. Thanks. Let's go. I remember when I was 18, 30 years ago, I was helping. You have someone help me with a lot so far, and well, a different information that I have provided to other people. So they, oh, you're awfully nice. I just got to hear the best. Well, thank you, James. Great. Oh, Mike, my bad. Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Do that when you're driving. Need you alive. Okay. Have fun.